So you want to create a level transition from one level to another level with a loading screen inside Unreal Engine 5 for your indie game project. This tutorial is the right one for you. We will go step per step through the process to do so, and actually it's very easy, and there are a lot of parts where you can insert your own style or some creative elements into it to make it your own. I will explain just a plank version of level transitioning and loading screens. Anyway, let's get into it. Well, I'm again here inside my tutorial project from the previous tutorials, and again we will start totally from scratch so you can keep up. And first up, to create our level transition, I would say let's create 2 basic levels. So I have here an empty folder named tutorial, and right click, level. Let's call this level 1 or something. Double click, save select, perfect. Now we have this black screen, and let's insert, a floor or something. Let's go up here and place actors. By the way, if you don't have place actors, it's here under tools. No, window, sorry. It's under tools, window, and down here place actors. And I also have world settings up. And yeah, place actors, and we have here geometry or shapes. It really doesn't matter. But I will go with geometry, and I will insert here this box. Now for location, let's go with 0, 0, 0. I just hit the arrow to reset all of the X, Y, and Z axis. And for the thickness, let's do something like 20. And here 2000 times 2000 to have just the floor. And by the way, I'm here inside. I'm currently in an unlit level. So if you still see black when you insert your box, it has to do with this one here. Lit, just switch it to unlit for now. Okay, we have our empty level, and let's insert a player start to determine where the player will start very easily. So we have here our player start, just like that. Let's give it a try, and I will try it here in new editor window for now. And yeah, we can't see anything because we have no light. I have a player character with a flashlight, so I'm able to do this here. And as you can see, I still have up the pixelation, the retro style pixelation from the other tutorial, but it really is not necessary to follow this tutorial. It's just for preview purposes, and I love pixelation. Look how crispy, pixelated and beautiful it is. Anyway, escape. So we have our base character, but let's make the scene a bit more interesting and let's insert some geometry. Bibbidi bobbidi boo, let's make I don't know, a tower or some shit, and let's change here to brush editing. Let's hover over this bad boy and let's bring him up. I'm currently in here snapping 50. Let's make it big. Place actor. Curved stair. Why not? So let's bring the stairs a bit more closer to the tower. Something like this. Yeah. Okay, and let's I don't know, bring it up. We have here step height. I think that's a bit too high. Something like this. Why not? Why not? Why not? And basically I just want the player to go up the stairs and to get into the next level. So I don't know, let's mirror it. Transform mirror X. Something like this. Let's take a cube. Let's create a door or something. Yeah, I'm still inside the editing mode. So let's bring it up like this. And let's switch to 10 to bring this a bit closer in. Just a very simple level setup, nothing too special. And very quickly, let's and now we will use this box to cut out a hole and to create some kind of door situation for the next level. So let's something like this. And down here, let's brush type, switch to subtractive, like this. Like this, okay, nice. Let's bring in a light to make the situation a bit more interesting, a point light, why not? And well, it's way too big. How about a radius like that? And let's switch into the lit mode. Bring it a bit more forward. Let's change the color. Something more warm. Something like this. And I don't know. A very simple directional light. Let's go with something like lux intensity 1 or half. Let's make this blue like a night scene. This a bit more warm. Okay, let's try the. As you can see, it's a very simple level. The directional light. We have here the cylinder. We have the stairs. We have the cutout brush. And we have the floor. And here's the player start. So this is our first level. And let's give it a try. So I still have the flashlight. It's pretty atmospheric. Okay, the stairs are a bit too high. I already knew it would. Maybe something more like this. Let's try this. Maybe still a bit too high. but good enough. So we have a base level, perfect for the first level, and we want to create a second level to create a transition. So let's just totally copy this level duplicate, and let's call the second level level 2. Why not? Let's open this level. Yeah, save and select. So of course we're inside the floor. We have here also player start. And yeah, let's very quickly design a new level. And in this one, I don't know. I want the player to come out. Different situation. Something. Let's delete this. Bit like an elevator. And snap object to view. That way we can bring him. Set the rotation. Let's bring him in here. Like that. So the player start is in level 2 here inside this elevator thing. And I don't know, let's create some basic structure. That way we know we have a different level. And also the height. Something like this. Let's create some, I don't know, weird pillars. Like that. Alt and drag. And I don't know, let's maybe change the light. Okay. So we have here our second level. Looks pretty interesting. Save, and here's our first level. And yeah, so now we can head to into creating our level transition. So we have level 1, level 2, and I like to create a box, a trigger box that's triggering the transition to the next level, and everything is inside this one box. This makes everything so much easier because you can reuse the level trigger, and I mean, you can also use the blueprint for a cutscene or for a dialogue with the NPC, and this one, this will load you up the next level but like just going into the next area or something, I would recommend to create a level trigger. So let's do that. Right click, blueprint class, actor. Let's call it level transition trigger. Double click. Okay, we have now here our blueprint. And here inside the viewport of the level transition trigger, we will add a box collision. Box collision. So if the player goes and collides with this collision box, he will enter the next level. That's our goal. And you can make the box empty or something, but let's make it, I don't know, let's give it some visual representation. You can add a point light, or let's use an arrow. That way we can tell where the level transition is, or we can make the box visible, but I think an arrow makes a bit more sense. Let's point it at the level transition, and here shorten the length, and let's make it green so it makes a bit more sense. Okay, so this is not necessary, but I will do it for debugging purposes and just for us, so it's visible when we try the level and stuff. So let's give it a save. Box, like I said, arrow is optional, and select the box collision, scroll down, and here on component begin overlap. So we don't need those. So like I said, we want the player to overlap with this box and then enter the next level. So for that we have to first check if the player is the player and not other actor like an NPC or an enemy. And that would be kind of dumb to have an enemy step or something else to step inside the level transition trigger box and teleport us in the next level. That would be dumb. So we have to check if only the player has access to this level transition. So for that, let's take other actor and equals player character, get player character, and let's create a branch to check if this is true. Plug that in. So we check if the player is colliding and nothing else. And now we can create the level transition, and we will do the loading screen afterwards. Let's try this first. Open level by name. And here we could put in a very specific level, but I like to keep it modular and open for reuse and stuff. So let's drag this out and promote to variable. Level name is now a variable, and let's make it editable. That way we can reuse this level trigger for whatever level we like to, trigger and get to. So compile. So far so good. Let's try this out, I would say. Yeah. So we have here our level transition trigger. Let's drag this box here inside. Let's hit F to focus. And let's bring this box a bit up. And maybe a bit back. And let's scale the box up. For that, here in details, select only the box. And let's just... Oh, the arrow is inside the box. No, I don't want that. So... Now the arrow is separated from the box. That makes way more sense. So we selected here, with here in the outliner, the level transition trigger we just created, and let's select the box and let's just try to fill this situation here out. Especially the width of our door situation. Yeah, something like this. So now let's give it a save, and we need to determine the level we want to transition to. So for that, let's select the box again, and down here we have default level by name. We made here open level by name. We made this into an variable. And we made it by clicking this I, editable. That way we can outside, so when our blueprint is placed inside the level, we can still edit what's editable. In this case, the name. So now we can fill in here the name of the level we want to switch to. That would be level name 2. And here you really have to nail the spelling of the level name. So keep it simple, AB1, forest level 1 or something. And really, you know, that can mess up stuff. And if you forget to put in a level name, that can also mess up, of course, the level transition. So let's try it. Okay, we see here the door. Let's go up the stairs. And bang, we are now in level 2. Perfect. So, and I would say let's create a loading screen for the level transition. Right click, user interface, widget, blueprint. User widget, yeah, and let's name it loading screen. Double tap. Okay, and first up we need a canvas panel. Let's drag it in. And an image. And let's size it to HD size, 1920 by 1080, and let's position it in the middle and anchor here, anchor for the whole screen. Now we can here on the brush, appearance brush, tint, let's change it to black. And throw in a text. Let's name it loading next level, or just loading, just loading. And I don't know, let's change the size to 50 or something. Put it down here in the corner, and we need wait, how was it called? Yeah, here on the primitive we have a circular and a regular throbber. This regular throbber is just points in a vertical line, and the circular, of course, is a circle. And you can change here the number of pieces. And, you know, other stuff, the period, how fast, how slow. And I like to keep it simple. I mean, you can also set up your own, you know, your own points, your own animation and stuff, but I want to keep it simple. And maybe let's, for the text, the loading text, let's change those to red or something, green, blue, something like this pinkish, and the throbber to the same color, just to make it a bit different. Okay, so we have here the loading screen, and this is really something you can, you know, make animations, text or randomized images, background images. You can use your concept art for the next level and stuff. You can make a universal loading screen or a very specific loading screen for certain levels or areas. Let's try something else. Let's put it here. Loading. Okay. Let's give it a save. Like I said, I will keep it simple. I always say I keep it simple, then I make it more complicated. So, and for the loading screen, let's just insert this loading screen inside our level transition trigger. So now let's drag this one here out. We want the loading screen before we open the next level. So for that, let's drag out true to create widget. It's here class and use loading screen, which we just created, and add to viewport, and let's connect those. The owning player, which is, so the box collides, collisions with the player character and only the player character, because only if the player character is true colliding with the box, it will switch to true. It would load the owning player, which is the player character, of course, add to his viewport, and then open up the level. And now we will put in a delay. A delay of 3 seconds or 5 seconds. Let's go with 3, I don't know. And so basically we say the when we have a very big open world, for example, you come from a dungeon out to a big open landscape, the loading and the opening of the level will take longer to load in. So it will sometimes wait on the last frame or the last action in the viewport, or it will just give you a black screen. But in our case, we created the loading screen widget, which will de-stress the processing of the graphics and stuff. So only this will be visible and no 3D graphics and stuff. And basically, if the level needs more time to load up, it will stay inside the loading screen and it will just, will be static at worst or animate slower if it needs more time. So that's the basic of a loading screen. So, and we give the loading screen by default a bit of time to stay on screen before it's opening up the next level. So, and that delay time will give the next level when it's very big. I mean, in our case, it's not very big, so it will load in instantly, basically. And we will give it by default a bit of time to process the upcoming stuff. So anyway, so far so good. We made the level transition trigger, we added the box collision here inside. We determined we only want to trigger it if the player character is triggering and overlapping the box. And if true, it will create a widget, the UI widget we just created, the loading screen with the little animation. Add it to the viewport, so the screen will fill up with the loading screen. 3 seconds, next level. If the next level needs more time, it will add up to the duration of the loading screen. Okay, let's just try it out. Okay, oh yeah, a tower, a door, nice, there's a light, let's go. Loading. And here you go. We're now in the second level. Awesome! Now you know how to create a level transition and a loading screen. If you have still any questions, please let me know in the comments below. And if you haven't, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm currently trying to reach 10,000 subscribers. That's my big goal for this year. And now watch one of those videos, and see you in the next one. Bye.